Hi, this is Barry here, and in this short video I'm just going to show you how to play around with the templates in Canva. Now, if you've already read the report, you've seen the templates here, and it's just a matter of simply selecting which one you want to choose. And in this case, I am just selecting this easy one here, and something I should make you aware of too is to be aware of the price tags. For example, I can use this template completely free of charge. This one over here has a price tag on it, but you will find that the reason there's a price tag on this template compared to this one is because of the image here. That's a paid image. Now you could use this template and simply just get rid of the background image, and you could use this template free, but because there is a license on the picture in the background, that is why there's a price tag on it. But in this case here, there's no price tag on it, so I'm going to choose this one, and I'm basically going to do a quick motivational quote for social media. So I'm just going to, as I said, I just double clicked in the text box here and then opened it up. I'm just going to paste in the motivational, or the quote on reading in this section here. So this was a quote I had found online, and again, it's just simply very, very easy to work with the text. You can choose your fonts, you can change your fonts along here. There's a vast list of fonts you can choose from, and then the font sizes, the layout, whether you want to center it, whether you want to put it to the left, and then the spacing. But I'm simply just going to paste on my quote, and then I'm going to reduce down the text size. So reduce it down so I can leave it at this size. Now again, you can move these text boxes around too. As soon as you see the crosshairs on it, you can move them around. So I just want to move this one out of the way for a second until I get this other text box out of the way. I don't want it underneath the other one. So again, there is my quote. So I'm just going to go back over and find the name of the person who made this quote. And again, just a simple matter of double clicking in the text box, and I'm just going to put my Toni Morrison's name in here. So again, what you can do is you can move these around any way you want, and the best thing about Canva is it will show you like crosshairs, or show you the center line, so you can see roughly that all your text is in the center. So let me see if this one's centered as well. Yeah, that one there is centered. So as you can see here, I could simply just use this social media image as it is. I could just simply go up to download and then download it. Well, I normally do is download them as a JPEG and just simply download it to my desktop. But if I wanted to change this background image, what I can do is come over here to the search box. So I could look for something maybe on reading or something like that. Now, when you are doing the images, bear in mind how the text is going to look like. For example, here, if we have a look at some of these ones, I could choose this one here. Again, pay attention to the images, the price tags. You will find some are free and some are paid. That one there's $1 to use. These ones here are free, so I'm just going to simply select this one here. Now, what you can do is just simply, if this is the image you want to use, just put the crosshairs on. I'll just kind of wiggle the image a little bit, and as you can see here, that the image is dropped in perfectly. And that's what I like about Canva, and that's why a reason I recommend you should use it, because depending on whatever images you may have, maybe images you've taken with your camera, whatever it is, snapshots or whatever it is, you're just simply going to use this size here. So there's no kind of scaling down the image or anything like that. You just simply upload your image by selecting the upload here, find in the image, just click the upload your image button here, select the image that you want. It'll load up here in this section, and you just simply just click on it. So for example, if I download it, if I wanted to use this one here, just a simple matter of clicking and just moving the image around, and as you can see there, I could use this image for my social media account. So again, you know what you can do, like you could, if you maybe had experience with GIMP or some other kind of editing software, you could scale down your images to the right dimensions or whatever for the social media. But in this case, for ease and for quickness, I recommend you just go over to Canva, use the template they have here, the general social media template, and just simply drag your images onto it, and then it'll resize them, and then it's just a matter of putting your message on it, putting your quote or whatever it is that you want to show somebody. And again, with all images, I would highly recommend that you would have your domain name on it. So I am just going to put the right website on it. So no matter where this social media image goes to, it will have my domain name on it. So I'm just going to pause this for 1 second and do that. So as you can see there is the rightcom.com website. So no matter where this image would go to, it'll always link back to, or people can always find my website by just typing those details in. And that's why I highly recommend you should always have your domain name on, all your images, because you never know how far it's going to go, who's going to find it, and who's going to want to maybe look up and see who made it or whatever, or just to follow on. You could have maybe a social media account or something like that if you didn't have a domain name or whatever it is, but just make sure that you label all your images, so that nobody else can take them. And if they do use them in some other social media account, again, your links and your stuff is going to be on it. So again, that's how simple it is. Be aware then too, when you are downloading the images like this one here, because there's so much white space here, I can easily put this text in here and it won't, there's nothing busy underneath that's going to kind of come through and make it hard to read. Again, if you wanted to, you can actually select the background image and you can actually filter the different looks of it. You can do maybe, you could do like a grayscale or whatever it is. Like for example, I wanted to grade this out. I could simply just select that and there is the background image all grayed out. You can do that. It's so very easy to do here with Canva. Another thing you can do then too is you can actually, these advanced options, if you want to, you could actually blur out the image. So if you just do the slider here, you can actually slide it down. So let me see how it goes with that. So I think I can actually go the other way. Again, down to advanced options. Now I'm just quickly going through these. If you needed to find any more information on Canva, I'll just show you the link now 1 second. There, as you can see here, when I go into the right, you can see the image there is actually starting to blur. So if you find maybe that your text is, not showing up as well because the background is affecting it, if you just simply go to the advanced options, come down to the blur, you can actually blur the background and it'll show a little bit better now. So if I go back to that image, you can probably see the text stands out a lot clearer against the blurred background. And if you have some background maybe that, as I said, is too busy, you can easily do that. Now it's very, very easy to work with Canva. You don't really need all the all the settings or whatever. It's just simply just working with the layout. Again, if I wanted to just save this image here, I could just, a matter of simply downloading it, and then if I wanted to just to create another social media image, just a matter of double clicking in this text box, changing the text to whatever it is, changing the background image. And the best thing I like about using a Canva, if you just leave the fonts as they are, you can have the same kind of look to all your social media images, that you're not kind of constantly changing the fonts, and all the social media images look a little bit different. You can actually have this kind of same kind of fonts leading all the way through. So there's a kind of consistency with all the social media images that you're creating. And again, it's so easy because just double clicking in this, change the text boxes, pick a different background, drag it over or upload it, and away you go. And it's really, really easy to work with Canva. That's why I highly recommend, like for social media work, it's invaluable. And it's so easy to use that. And again, it's free then too, unless maybe you were going to, purchase images or something like that. But when you can get away with using a lot of the free images, there's no reason why you should really have to pay for anything that here. And because again, you're using the general one, there is a paid option in Canva that will create, you could actually resize these images for Twitter, for Facebook, and it will resize all the images for all the different dimensions for each social network. But because we're using this general one, you can get away with one. You don't have to resize this for Twitter, one for Facebook, one for Pinterest or whatever else. That this one here is fine on all of them. So if you want to have find out more about Canva, or just to find out how to do some of the things maybe I haven't explained here in the video, if you just go to support.canva.com, you're going to find a wealth of videos. And even if you do know a lot about Canva, it's well worth going back into it and having a look at some of the design videos they have. They will show you how to choose the right font and what fonts work together, and kind of dark backgrounds and lighter fonts and color suggestions and all that different thing. So I would highly recommend you go into the support section in Canva, because they have a lot of training information there. So again, that is how easy it is to, to work with one of those templates. And I am just going to download this now, and you'll see it showing up in the report then. Okay.